Good evening, student. In this video, we are going to learn about the concept of DDL, DML, DCL. Myself, Dr. Dharampal Singh, Associate Professor of Department of Computer Science and Engineering, JS College of Engineering. Now you can see that here different type of SQL command based on the categories. DDL means the data definition language. DML is the data manipulation language. DCL is the data control language, and DCL is the transaction. So in the subsequent slide, we are going to learn about what is the meaning of DCL, what are the use of different type of commands, what is the meaning of DML, what are the uses of different type of commands here, what is the meaning of DCL, what is the requirement of the DCL, and what is the requirement of the DCL. So all the command mentioned here, later on some practical we can use it. Before that, we have to have the knowledge about it. Okay. Now we can start from the DDL. From the term, we know that DDL is a short name of data definition language. Already in previous class or previous lecture, I already mentioned that what is the meaning of data definition. From the term, we know that what type of data we can use, we have to define there. Okay. So here that thing is related with your structure of the table. What we are doing here, that is related with the structure of your table there. So which deal with the database schemas and description and how the data should be reside in the database. You can see this part. So here what it is saying that means if I use the DDL command, so it will be deal with the schema. Schema I already mentioned that schema is the overall design of the database, is known as the schema of the database. What is the meaning of the overall design? What is the meaning of the overall design of the database? Overall design of the database is saying that overall design of database is saying that design means how many entity we have to create, what are the attribute of the entity, what are the type of your attribute, what is the size of the attribute, which one is the primary key, which one is not primary key, which one is the unit, like that, different. So here already we know that the first command we have seen create. To create a database and its object, like you can create a table, you can also create an index, you can also create the view, you can also create the already I mentioned procedure, you have to also create the function and triggers there. So these are the term I can use the create. Whenever I want to create function, I can use it. Trigger I can use it, table I can use it, index I can use it. So I have to use the term create. So create, if I write the create and ask that which category create belongs to, then you can answer as a create belongs to the data definition. Because here it is this table is not exist, we are creating something. Okay. So already I have discussed what is the format of the create. You have to write the create table. Why I am writing table here? I specifying that here I want to create only table. If you write index, to me, it is meaning that I want to create the index. If you write the view, means I want to create the view. If I write the procedure, so I can say I want to create the procedure. If you write the function here, it is the meaning of function. If you write the trigger, it is the meaning of trigger. Okay. So here we have to write the terms, different terms which I want to create. So here you can see that create table, and then you have to mention that what is the name of the table. Same thing you can do for all the different things. So in table we know that we have to write column, what is data type, column 2, what is the data type, column 3 data type, and then this way we can go at the end I can do the same. So here I can given the example of the employee table. You can see here. You can see this part. Create table employee. The employee ID integer type, data type is integer, and what is the it will be not null there. Similarly, employee name worker 25, not none. Name is also. Phone number also integer. So it is also not none. And then you can say address, character type, and primary key is the ID of the employee. In this way, we have to create. So create command we can use in this way. Okay. Now you can go for alter. So alter means we heard the term alteration of your clothes. They mentioned that we can alter my clothes here. What is the mean? Alter means I can say that already thing exists there. We have to modify the things. We can some add the things, and also we can delete the things. Some pocket I not want in my code, I can say alter this pocket. I want some pocket in my side, I can say add this pocket. If I want pocket is big, I want to make it small. So different thing I can do it. So alter here the same thing. You can see alter the structure of existing database, means whatever the database structure is. This means suppose there is one table like this already exists. My task is here I want to perform the some alteration. How can do? So alter can be, we can do in the different way. Alter we can do in the three way. We can add, means I can add my pocket. I can delete my pocket, means whatever pocket exists. I can also modify the size of the pocket. So different things we can do it in case of the alter. Okay. Now see how we can do it. So first when we go for the alter, you have to write alter table, means similarly where I want to do the alter. Not suppose if I want to do the alter in insert, so I can mention the alteration insert, not in the pantry. So same thing is applicable here. If you want to perform the alter, you have to mention that alter where I can do alter in table, and then we have to name the table name, because many tables are there. We have to mention that table name. Many searches are there. I have to mention this search. So here I want to add. So you have to write this term, otherwise it will be not enough. Column name one data types. Suppose I want to here suppose there is one table, alter table, mention which table is student. What I want to add age. Age is the attribute which is not earlier exist, but I want to include in new way. I can miss age number 3 because maximum digit of age is 3. Can consider. Okay. Then I also want to add the course there, so I can also mention this. What is the command? Here I have to write alter table, then the name of the table, what I want to do, add. I can write the add, what I attribute I want to add, column 1, then data type of this one. So column 2, data type of this, and then put. So if you press, it will say alteration done here, table altered. So this is the command for the add. So I want to go for the drop. So alter table, same thing. Table name, drop what I want to drop. I want to drop the particular column. You have to mention column and then the name of the column. Why I have to mention the column? Because sometimes drop is the also we can see here in this part. Drop we can use for the delete the whole table there. So it will be get confused what I want to perform there. Here we have to mention the column. So alter table, then name of the table, and then we have to mention that the column there, and then the name of the column. You can see here alter table, then name of the table is student. What I want to drop, what were the things we have created earlier. Course, I have mentioned the column course. If I want to delete age, I can mention column age. In this way, we can perform the delete. Sorry, alter in the table, in particular column. Suppose I want to do the modify, because suppose I have given the course as the 40, but I have seen that no subject is greater than 40, so it will be taking the too much time. So here I want to modify the size of 40 to the 50. I can write alter, then name of the table, what I want to do, modify, where I have to mention the column and column type there. Here I want to write alter same table, table name student, modify which column I want to do, course, because course exists, not deleted by this command, course exists, then marker 20. Earlier size is 40, now it will make it. You have to keep in mind that one thing. Suppose here some data are there, which size is the, you have to see that whether data exists or not there. If suppose the size of the data already exists, yes, and I want to make the alter. Suppose there is some data like 30 size is there. I want to make this data size as a 20. Suppose it is not allowed because 30 already exists, so 20 will be not allowed. You write the 30. If suppose there is no data above the 20, so you can easily do it. Keep in mind that when you want to perform the modification, check the whether the value is the present or not there. Okay. Now you have to go for the drop command. Drop means delete object from the database. Suppose I have created the table this student. If I write the drop table student, so it will be drop the mean the row also delete. Structure of table also delete means just like demolish the building there means building structure first you have to delete. In the within the building I can vacate the building and then destroy the building. So same thing is done by the drop. But in case of delete, I can only vacate the building, not deleting the structure of the building. But here what I am doing that I am deleting the using the drop command, I am deleting the structure of the building. Also, we are deleting the value of the building here. Means vacate the room, destroy the building. Delete will be do only vacate the room, not destroy the building. So there is some difference between drop and delete. They ask that. What is the difference between drop and delete? So you can answer this drop, delete the structure of the table and value of the table. Delete only delete the value of the table, not the structure of the table. Drop is the DDL command, delete is the DML command. Okay, you can answer. Now truncate. Truncate means we know the truncate means what is the value. Remove all record from a table, including all space allocated for the records are removed. Remove all records from the table. Record means you can save value, including all space allocated of the record are removed there. Also, we are removing the here what we are doing. In case of delete command, we are deleting only the specific row. But here we delete all the row from the table there. So sometime we can write the command truncate table, and which table I have to mention. Suppose here I am using the student table. I have to mention the student. So it will be what it will be. It will be do that. It will be delete all the rows from the table. Okay. Same as the delete command we can use, but here there is some difference between the delete and the truncate. You can see here. The delete command is used to delete a specific row, one or more. You have to mention something. If I write the delete table, so it will perform the same thing there. But here, all space allocated for the records are removed there. So here you can say that in case of delete, we have to delete a specific row. I have to mention delete from table where CID equal to 101. So I am mentioning a specific row here. Why this command is used to delete all the row from the table. If I write this one, there is no where you will be required to delete all the row from the table. It is the DML already mentioned that, and it is a part of the DDL because here we are changing the structure of the table. There may be the where clause in delete command in order to find the record, while there may not be where clause in truncate command. Here I can use where I mentioned this. If I want to delete the particular row, so I can mention delete from the table where customer ID equal to 101. So in the delete command, a tuple is locked before removing it. While in this command, data page is locked before removing the table data. Okay, so here these are the four differences we can say that from the delete and truncate. If anybody asks, we can answer it. Okay. Now we are going the comment command is there. Add comment to the data dictionary. In data dictionary, I already mentioned that it is used to find the meaning of the table there. So we can use the concept of data dictionary. So I can add the comment there. So I can write. Rename you can also use. Rename means the rename an object. Suppose I have given some name of the table. After that, I want to see that this name is not good. So I can use the rename operation. So two way we can do. First one you can see. Rename to new table name. So here how you can do that? We have to write alter table name, alter table name. rename to new table. So here I can write the suppose your old table name is the student. I want to rename as the artist there. I can write alter table, same thing. Table name is student, same thing. Rename it same to which artist. So also you can write in this way, rename old table name to new table. I can write rename student to artist. So this way we can perform the rename. So here we have discussed all the DDL command. Now we are going for the DML is the short name of the your data manipulation. What is the requirement? Because every time we are not dealing with the structure of the table, sometimes we can deal with the data of the table. So I want to update the value. I want to insert the value. I can change the value. I want to delete the value. So that thing we can perform. So that is the requirement of the DML command. So DML is short name of data manipulation, which deal with the data manipulation and include most common SQL statements such select, insert, update, delete. Okay. And it is used to store, modify, retrieve, delete, and update data in database. So select, I already mentioned the retrieve data from the database. If you write select customer name from the table, it will be retrieve the customer name from the table student. So I can write select customer name from the student table. So what it will be do? It will be retrieve the customer name from the student. Insert, I already discussed in previous class how we can insert the value there. It will be insert the whatever the data you have created, we can insert the value. Now I have inserted the value. I want to make some changes. How we can do it? So syntax you can see here. Update existing data within the table. Suppose I have given the ID student ID name 3 as the Sonu, SONU. I want to make this ID as the SON double O. So how I can do it? So here we have to write the update command, then mention the on which table I want to perform the update. Then set. Set means I have to mention that the which column I want to do. Suppose here I want to change the username, so I can write the username. What value? I want to change the value as the Sonu. Earlier it is SONU. Now I am making as SON double. You have to write the new value because old value not required to write. Here I have to write the new value. So which condition, which student ID I want to change? I want to change the student ID 3. I have to mention where student ID equal to 3. So update command, you can say I have to use the set, update, and the where clause to perform it. Okay, if I suppose if I not mention this part, I can only write the update student sent username is the Sonu there. So what it will be there? All the username will be the Sonu. So if you want to perform the changes on a specific row, then you have to mention that update student set username Sonu where student ID equal to 3. Means I want to make the student update in the student name from SONU to SONU where student ID is. If I not mention this part, only write this command like update student set username Sonu. So all the person name will be the Sonu. So here task is that we have to make the specify the thing on which row I want to perform. Which if the where clause is not there, it perform the specific column of the table there. Okay, so be careful about it. Delete. Already we have seen that delete all records from the database table. We have to delete all the records. So there I already have discussed. So delete from table name where condition. Suppose I mentioned delete from DPS table where author equal to Sonu. So what it will be do that it will be delete the all the row where the Sonu will be exist there. Suppose Sonu exists in row number 3, it will delete the all the data of the Sonu of row number 3 there. So this is the use of the delete there. So merge offset condition used for insert or update. So you know that the when I use for the sum operation perform insert or update, you can also use this command. Okay, to perform the operation in the database. Call is also the call a PL/SQL or Java subprogram. Suppose I use the PL/SQL at some point, we have to see that we have to call some exception there, some parts are there. We have to use this call command. Explain plan interpretation of the data access part. In the suppose I mentioned that in this way your system will be executed. So you have to write. So these are not required there generally, but you can say these are the part of the TML. Explain plan it to say that in this way you have to execute the operation. Lock table for the concurrency control, because we know that multiple users can access the same table there. To ensure the concurrency control, you have to lock the table. Later on, you know that what are different type of locking protocol, like to fetch commit protocol. So we know that. So these are the perform at the higher level there. So you can easily do it. But this is the part of the DM, which doing on the data of the table. Now the DCL command. DCL is a short name of data control language, which is include commands such as grant, a mostly concerned with the right permission and other control of the database system. Suppose you are the user of the some program, okay, and you want to give this access to the other person. This person can also access your table. So I can say grant. Someone, please give me the some grant of the 500 rupees so I can purchase. You can give an yes grant, you can do it. Take the 500, find my account, you can do it. The grant is the same thing. Suppose I want to give the controls, like I am the manager, I know that when I on leave, so my portion will be accessed by some other person. So he can give the grant that yes, this person can access my part. So here grant is allow user access privilege to the database there. So you can see that how you can do that. Grant select means what operation he can perform. He can select the value, means retrieve the data from the table. Update he can do on my table to some user, another user. Means I can mention that the user one, user two, I can give. So this is the mention in this way. Means what on my table they perform the select and update on my table to the some user or another user. So we have given the grant that they can perform. Some user and another user able to perform the select and update in my table. Okay. So I've given the grant option there. Revoke means suppose I have seen that after giving the grant they are misusing the things. So whatever the grant I have given, I also revoke the grant here. Withdraw the grant. So you can see withdraw the user access privilege given by the using the grant command. You can see revoke what are given the select update on my table from user 1 and the user 2. Means I have given suppose there some user and the user there. User 1, user 2, I want to revoke my grant there. So I can write what grant I have given there on my table. From this user, I have to retrieve it. So in this way, we have to write. Because here it is known as control. I have given the control, means I am making, I have given power of attorney to some other person to deal with my thing. After that, I have seen that it is not dealing the thing in good way. So what I can do that, I can revoke my the grant. Now TCL, means the short name is the, what TCL short name is what? Transaction control language, because in database it is also the very good things we have to know that what are the operations we have to perform. So it is the mainly deal with the transaction. Sometimes we have seen that we student are writing something, sudden power off is there, so whatever the thing they have created, all are lost there. So in case of DBMS, there is one party like commit there. Commit means when I make any changes, I want to store these changes in the your stable storage. As even the power failure, we are able to recover back. So that is suggestion that every student, when they will write the program, so their task is that they have to use the command there to perform its operation, like the commit command. You can see commit command is used to save all the transaction to the database. Transaction means you can go for online, and also suppose I want to perform some delete in the table. You can see in this part. Already we know the delete command, delete from customer table where age is 25. So I have deleted the value of the customer whose age is the, means all the detail of the customer whose age is 25. After that, I write the comment. So this changes will be permanently stored in the stable storage. Okay. So we are able to, not able to, even the power failure, it will be not delete. Rollback. Rollback means we know that the whatever things I have done, we have to go to the previous stage there. You can see here, rollback command is used to rollback command. Rollback command is used to rollback command is used to save all the transaction to the database. Rollback command is used to undo transactions that have already been saved to the database. So here we can say that the undo means command. Redo, undo, there is different thing in transaction. We know the later one. It is saying that suppose I have deleted this thing. I want to roll back to the. We are going to the this previous stage. Means I want to get back this data there, so I can use the this thing I have done, deleted, and roll back. Before the commit, we can do it. The transaction is to undo the transactions that have already been saved to the database. Commit, we have done that. After delete from database, but I want to this delete is not right, I can roll back it. So it will mainly perform the undo of transaction. You know that what is redo and undo transaction. Undo transaction means the uncommitted transaction. Okay. Or redo means that your committed transaction also failed there, I can perform the redo of this. So this is not committed. I have deleted, not write it in the committed, then we can roll back it. Okay. So I can use the concept of the rollback here. Now we are going for the save point. Save point, it is used to roll the transaction back to the certain point without rolling back to the entire transaction. Save point means suppose we have seen some game. Every round we have to reach at the certain time, so your data will be saved and qualify for the second round. Same point, save point is also the same concept. I have made some changes. I have mentioned that after every 10 seconds, 15 seconds, this data, whatever the changes in data, that will be stored in your stable storage. So I have to mention save point name here where I want to suppose modify. I have mentioned save point on modify here. Delete. I have mentioned that at 10:30 a.m., 10:40 a.m., 10:55 a.m. In this way, I want to save that. Save point name you have to mention that. Set transaction is saying that specify the characteristic of the transaction, meaning that the suppose what type of operation I want to perform. Suppose here consistency will be there, and the characteristic of the transaction, many things like acid property, which specific character that must be satisfied by the transaction. You have to follow it. You have to set this transaction back. So by using the set, we can do it. So here we have discussed all the thing about the different type of commands of the your SQL. So thank you.